Meeting will come to order. The committee meets today to consider the nomination of David Norquist to be Deputy Secretary of Defense. Thank you for being here today. We also welcome any of your friends who are here. You can introduce those at the proper time when you are recognized for an opening statement. In the meantime, we have the 8 questions that have to be answered. Please answer these in an audible way, if you would. Have you adhered to the applicable laws and regulations governing conflicts of interest?
Yes.
Have you assumed any duties or taken any actions that would appear to resume the outcome of the confirmation process?
No.
Exercising our legislative oversight responsibility makes it important that this committee, its subcommittees, and other appropriate committees of Congress receive testimony, briefings, reports, records, and other information from the executive branch on a timely basis. Do you agree, if confirmed, that to appear and testify before this committee when requested?
Yes.
Do you agree to provide records, documents, electronic communications in a timely manner when requested by this committee, its subcommittees, or other appropriate committees of Congress, and to consult with the requester regarding the basis of any good faith delay or denial in providing such records?
Yes.
Will you ensure that your staff complies with deadlines established by the committee in production of reports, records, and other information, including timely responding to hearing questions for the record?
Yes.
And will you cooperate in providing witnesses and briefers in response to the congressional request?
Yes, Mr.
And
Chairman.
will those witnesses and briefers be protected from reprisal for the testimony or briefings?
Yes.
First of all, thank you. Let me take the opportunity to commend the President for reaching a bipartisan budget deal. Without one, all the work that we do here would be pretty much wasted, and I'm sure you'll have a lot to say about that during your remarks and responding to questions. Senator Reid and I, along with members of this committee, believe that we need confirmed leaders to guide the Department of Defense through the times of challenge and opportunity. The Senate just confirmed the Defense Secretary yesterday, Secretary Esper, but there are still 18 vacant civilian positions that require action. Mr. Norquist, you have been nominated to be the Deputy Secretary of Defense, where you will be a key player for many critical decisions at DOD, from management issues to key policy questions. And I'm sure you're up to the task. I shouldn't say what I'm about to say, but because I've never done this before, but I'm probably the wrong one to be chairing this hearing because I've already decided. And I have strong feelings about you. In fact, I remember telling the President a long time ago, it doesn't matter who ends up being Secretary of Defense as long as you have Norquist in there to help them. Anyway, for the past several years, the Department has gone through several major institutional changes in an effort to reform how DOD does business. This includes elevating the Chief Management Officer, the Chief Information Officer, acquisition reform, including the splitting of AT&L, which you will have to be advising us of, and one that you personally know very well, and that is the auditing. Actually auditing DOD after all these years. That's a novel thought. These changes are meant to make the department do its job better, but these reforms are far from being fully implemented. If you are confirmed, it will be your job to implement these reforms so that they meet congressional intent, making the department more efficient and effective. At the same time, you will be the key player in critical policy decisions. Your predecessor focused, rightly so, on the NDS. That's this report. We keep reminding people that it's one of the better things we did around here. And today we find ourselves in a new and different moment in American security. The American people can no longer take our military superiority for granted. China and Russia have passed us in a lot of key areas that we have discussed in this table, as well as you and I in my office. Hard work remains. We need urgent change at a significant scale, and that requires hard choices about threat priorities, critical defense investments, and how the department itself is going to operate. This requires a strong Deputy Secretary of Defense who understands the gravity of the situation, and I believe you're it. Senator Reid.